Hi everyone, this is Sal. Here we have another video on tire rotations. Alright, so right now I'm getting the air hose. I have the truck already racked up. I have my rotation pattern, which is front to back, back to front. I'm making sure that the impact gun is at a high speed. And I'm going in and removing the lug nuts. I like to put the lug nuts up on the rack right there like that, just so that I don't lose them. If you put them down on the ground, what tends to happen is when you walk away or you walk to get another tool, you'll kick them and all of a sudden you got lug nuts all over the shop. Also, I like to pick up the tool once, so if you notice, I removed lug nuts from both front and back. Put my gun down. Now here I'm looking for the tread tip key. I wanted to check the tread as I was doing the rotation. So I'm going to checking the burgundy box. I don't have any there, so I had to go all the way to the inspection box up against the wall. How do you guys like those camera angles, right? I don't know if you can tell, but I have a camera mounted to my chest. Alright, so normally, take it down. I measure tread depth in 3 spots. And right now what I'm doing is measuring those 3 spots. And I go with the lowest measurement. And since I'm here, again, like I said, I like to pick up the tool once. So, I'm checking tire pressure as well. Now normally you want to go with what the tire placard tells you. But in this case, the customer was requesting 35 psi. So I set it to 35. Now, as I'm rotating the tires, I'm inspecting for any nails, cuts, things like that, leaks, damages. Put it down, then get the other tire. Measure. I believe I got 6 millimeters. Now these are somewhat like off-road wheels, so they tend to last a lot longer than regular tires. They have a little bit more tread, or thicker tread. Alright, so take it to the back, and as I'm taking it to the back, I'm inspecting it. Find nothing on there, so we're good to go. Put my air chuck on the side. And now this lifting technique I like to use when it comes pretty much for big tires. I put the tire, I lean them on my knees, and then I lean back, kind of leveraging it, and then I grab around it and pick it up. Now I'm putting pressure in the center of the wheel so that it doesn't fall out as I'm putting the lug nut in. And I'm screwing the lug nut all the way down just so that it holds it perfectly in there. And then now the rest of them I just slightly put them on. But I make sure that they're on about like 4 threads, 4 or 5 threads, just so that I don't strip the lug nut or the stud. You can see Wendy and Rowena in the back. Alright, here we go again. I'm going to try to lean it on my knees, pull back, and then boom. It's very important what technique you use to lift these wheels up. As a technician, your back is very important. Once that goes out, your career is pretty much over. There is no coming back from it at 100%. I'm looking over to the right because I have the second screen, or I have this screen for one of the cameras, the monitors. It was showing what was on the screen, or what it was recording, so that's why I'm looking over. And you can see the camera on my chest or stomach. Alright, so now we're getting the gun again. I'm checking the speed. Now usually when I tighten the lug nuts down, I turn the speed all the way down to the lowest setting and then tighten it down. To me it's the best because you don't hit the wheels with the full power and don't over torque them. Right, I'm done with the impact. I disconnect it and then I put away the line. You always want to put away the line because you don't want anybody tripping over it. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is lower the car so that I can torque the wheels. And when you bring the car down to torque the wheels, you don't want to put the full weight of the vehicle on the wheels, just in case if they're not fully tightened down, those wheels can be a little kinked, right? So when you go to torque them, you could torque the wheels kinked on there and it'll feel like they're fully on, but then when you go to drive it, the wheels are going to be wobbling all over the place. Alright, so I'm getting the torque wrench. On this one it took 80 foot-pounds, so I'm setting it up to 80. You can see the camera right there. Alright, so I got it ready to go. When I go to torque them, I'm using star pattern. Basically, I choose one lug nut, torque it to 80 foot-pounds. Once the torque wrench clicks, I move on to the one across from it. Now, you can't really tell right there, but I went across and then again across, across, across. You never want to torque lug nuts like one next. You never want to torque the one next to it. You always want to go whatever lug nut you start with, go across from it and torque that one down, and then cross again and then torque that one down. What tends to happen is when you torque the ones next to each other, again, if you can get the wheel kinked like that, or you could apply the wrong pressure onto the wheels and it can actually damage the rotors, or it just won't torque properly. So as you can see, I'm going, torquing across, moving across. Hi Rowena, over here throwing away stuff. Start pattern, cross. And then now that I'm done, I gotta zero out the torque wrench, so that's what I'm doing right there. And that's it. That's pretty much a tire rotation. Thank you guys for watching.